Forecast from Live 5 News.
We have breaking news just into our newsroom. We've just learned that Charleston County and Dorchester County have declared a state of emergency.
With breaking news.
Breaking news just into our newsroom. In the last 10 minutes, we've learned President Obama has declared South Carolina a major disaster area. What this means is counties including Charleston, Dorchester, Georgetown, Orangeburg, and Williamsburg are all going to be able to get federal aid.
Right now, the chance for storms continuing through the night, and some areas might even be hearing a rumble of thunder. This is a live look outside right now. And check out this picture we got earlier today from our very own Kyle Jordan. You see that strike of lightning right there? That's near the Joe Riley Stadium. Jordan Wilkerson joining us now. She's got more on the possibility of these storms happening overnight. Are some areas already seeing them, Jordan? Well, fire crews in North Charleston continuing to work to put out a fire at a warehouse full of paper. The blaze started yesterday at the building on Hawk Avenue. We have video from the fire earlier today. As you can see, North Charleston fire crews continuing to work to put that out. Yesterday, 4 firefighters had to be taken to the hospital for heat-related illnesses. The fire is completely contained, but no word yet on when it will be put out or how it even started. A crime alert out of Ladson. The Charleston County Sheriff's Office says a man who was shot while walking around his neighborhood tonight is recovering in the hospital. It happened near Berrywood Drive and Garwood Drive earlier this evening. The victim was taken to the hospital for his injuries. The person who shot him was in a car, but the make and model is unknown. Deputies are asking anyone in that neighborhood to call Crime Stoppers if they have information. New details tonight about the deadly attack in Nice, France. Today, the beachside promenade where that attack took place was reopened to the public. Earlier today, we also learned that ISIS is claiming responsibility for inspiring the attack that killed 84 people on Thursday. The attacker used a 20-ton truck to plow into a crowd of people celebrating Bastille Day. Another 200 people were injured. Many are still recovering in the hospital tonight. And the attack happened on Bastille Day during a celebration of French independence. Today, our Alexis Simmons talked with a local French native who knew people there during the attack. This was the 3rd terror attack in France in just the last 18 months. If you'd like to know more about the French Alliance Group in Charleston, you can check out Alexis's story on live5news.com. And today, demonstrators gathered outside of the Pennsylvania home of a Muslim cleric who the Turkish government is blaming for last night's failed military coup. Fethullah Gulen was exiled from Turkey after leading a Turkish movement against the president. Gulen says he has nothing to do with the coup and he hasn't been in Turkey in 16 years. But still, the Turkish president is demanding he be arrested and extradited. More than 160 people were killed in last night's coup. At least 3,000 military members have been arrested and accused of trying to help overthrow the government. If you spent your Saturday at the beach or out on the town, we want to catch you up to today's top stories in just 2 minutes. One person is dead in North Charleston after a failed home invasion. Police say 2 men tried to break into a home on Leland Street. A man inside the home attempted to fight back but was shot and killed. During the struggle, one of the suspects, Byron Rivers, was shot. Both suspects fled the scene, but Rivers was chased down by people who lived nearby. The other man, this guy, Stacy Green Jr., was arrested later by police. He's facing multiple charges, including murder and attempted murder. Rivers is at MUSC, where he's going to be charged after his release. Today, the woman accused of robbing a bank in North Charleston was in court. Police say Portia Washington handed a teller a note at the Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union on Rivers Avenue demanding money. It happened on Wednesday. Washington appeared very emotional at her bond hearing today. Her family, who was present, said they never would expect her to be associated with a crime like this. Her bond was set at $15,000. And right now, a crash that happened on Bent Gate Lane in Smokes is still under investigation. According to Colleton County Fire and Rescue, late last night, the driver of the car lost control on the dirt road, flipped over a ditch, and then hit a tree. We have photos from the scene. You can see from this picture a very bad wreck. 2 adults in the front seats were trapped with their legs pinned under the dashboard. It took rescue crews over an hour to free them. They were also in the car with 3 children in the back seat. Those children only had minor injuries. All of them were taken to MUSC. Currently, the adults' conditions are unknown. In tonight's Big Talkers today, the funeral was held for a Dallas police officer, Patrick Zamaripa. He was one of the 5 officers killed in that deadly attack in Dallas. The 32-year-old served in the U.S. Navy and completed 3 tours in Iraq before becoming a police officer. He would have been 33 years old next month. His body is going to be laid to rest in the Dallas-Fort Worth National Cemetery. NBA fans across the country are mourning a basketball legend. Today, Hall of Famer and 7-time All-Star Nate Thurmond passed away. Thurmond played 14 years in the NBA, 11 of those with the Golden State Warriors. He was also considered to be one of the best centers ever to play. Thurmond passed away at 74 years old. New developments on the Zika virus in South Carolina. According to the health department, a new case has been reported in York County. This makes the 17th travel-related case of Zika virus in our state. So far, none of these cases have reportedly been caused by South Carolina mosquitoes. But yesterday it was announced that the first case of female-to-male transmission through sex did spread that virus. This happened in New York, but it was previously thought that the disease could only be transferred by men during intercourse. Today in Columbia, a call to action rally was held on the steps of the State House. Organizers say they hope this demonstration helped move the people of South Carolina one step closer to unity.
We should work together to try to make changes within the community that can affect the world.
Hundreds of people showed up to the rally, which was monitored by law enforcement. Meanwhile, in Holly Hill, a balloon release ceremony was held to honor the lives of 4 people murdered there. 14-year-old Tamara Perry, 17-year-old Shemakia Sanders, 28-year-old Crystal Hutto, and 50-year-old Jerome Butler were all murdered 1 year ago today. The family held a march to the police department, followed by a candlelight vigil and a prayer service. So far, no arrests have been made in this case. In tonight's Hot Talkers, Pokemon Go ended up being a no-go today. The app crashed as it launched in 26 countries. Hackers on the internet are taking responsibility for it. Tweets also suggest another hack might be coming. The company behind Pokemon say they're working to fix server issues. Coming up next on Live 5 News at 11, the city of Cleveland is making its final preparations for the upcoming Republican convention. We've got a look at the planning ahead. Plus, it was the Live 5 day at the Joe, a look at the fun festivities at Charleston River Dogs game.